Have you ever wanted to know what the world would look like if you had a $300 million lottery ticket? Well, you don't have to anymore, because after this episode of Gintama, we come to find out that when you have a winning lottery ticket, the world turns into Fist of the North Star. And you see everybody with mohawks, or monkeys with mohawks. And that was quite an interesting twist to having a lottery ticket that's, gonna win you a lot of money. But getting on a serious note, this episode of Gintama was a self-contained story with one episode, and it mainly focuses on Hijikata getting a lottery ticket. For instance, like, he looks upon a lottery ticket that is a winning ticket with 300 million yen, and throughout the entire episode, he's trying to hide the secrecy of this lottery ticket. He doesn't want to tell nobody, and he wants to make money at the end of the episode. Come to find out, eventually Gintoki and Hijikata have to give up the lottery ticket because they realize that the lottery ticket is controlling them, and they don't want to be controlled by what the lottery ticket is doing, like a piece of paper. And they have a really good motivational speech at the end of the episode that really could be considered kind of deep. So the main thing is, when it came to this episode, is it was just Hijikata, Gintoki running around, running for their fucking lives, and it was just funny getting to see the banter between them, because I think it's been quite a while since we saw Hijikata and Gintoki have a conversation between each other in Gintama, and actually bicker and fuss and stuff like that. Like that one scene in the bank to where Gintoki snuck and grabbed the lottery ticket outside of Hijikata's shirt, and when he was gonna leave him for dead, that right there, fucking hilarious. That straight up was a classic Gintoki move, and he's like, oh, I'll see ya. That was great. And what's even funnier is that at the end of the episode, you see it to how, like, okay, so we could give up the lottery ticket, it doesn't matter to me, and then all of a sudden you have it to where Gintoki's just carrying around briefcases with the 300 million yen that he stole in the bank, and I'm like, only Gintoki would do that type of shit. Like, he would have a motivational speech that really just connects you with him. You're like, oh my god, that's very mature. He destroyed the lottery ticket. And then all of a sudden, the next scene, like, about 4 or 5 frames later, you see how he has a freaking big briefcases of money, and he's about to run off with it. Thank god at the end that they didn't get charged for nothing, but so the point still stands. Like, my god, like, only Gintoki would do that. Have a motivational speech like a classical main character, and then turn around and just do a middle finger to you. Just puts a big middle finger to your face like, yep, there you go. I'm not really going to give you a motivational speech. I'm just going to run off with this money. But jokes aside, though, overall, the episode, very enjoyable. Great animation, great comedy. Personally, to me, I like the comedy, but, comedy's subjective. So, yeah, I mean, wonderful episode. I mean, if you like lottery episodes, or if you ever want to see what the world would look like if you got a lottery ticket, you're going to enjoy it. And if you like Fist of the North Star, you're probably also going to like this episode. Sadly enough, I have not watched Fist of the North Star, so I can't catch all the references that were in this episode, but I do know the art style and animation. I have played some of the games of Fist of the North Star, so that's how I was able to know it was Fist of the North Star. And throughout the entirety of Gintama, Fist of the North Star is one of the most reoccurring jokes throughout the series besides Dragon Quest. I do like that one joke in this episode where you see it how, like, Gintoki turns into, like, Raoh or whatever. I don't know exactly who that is. I don't know if that's a villain or the main male character of Fist of the North Star, because when you just see how he pulls out the sword or the dagger or whatever, you just see Hijikata's like, what the fuck? It's just like his face, and that's one thing I love. One thing I love about Gintama is the reaction faces. Probably the best times to actually sit down and watch Gintama and just enjoy, because, like, when I see these different reaction faces, I'm just sitting here taking pictures. I'm just taking pictures of all these different reaction faces. It takes me, god, like 40 minutes just to finish a damn episode, just because I love all these different scenes in the episode, like when Gintoki's freaking out with his eyeballs popping out of his head and stuff like that, or the ending scene where just Hijikata was just so pissed because he saw the briefcase of money. Just so many scenes like that. So that's about it. I mean, overall, Gintama, very good this week. I enjoyed it. Tell me your thoughts. Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite moment? Can't wait for next week. Hopefully we get into another arc very soon, or most likely we're probably going to have these little mini stories, probably for a little bit, one or the other. Oh yeah, does Gintama have any confirmation if it's going to be a 12 episode season or a 24 episode season, or is it going to be longer than that? Does anyone have any information at all? Because I haven't heard anything at all, and I don't know if it's already been announced. So anyways, I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.